Welcome to English Podcast Flow. Get ready to boost your English while enjoying fun and exciting stories. Let's improve together, one episode at a time.
Good news for everyone who likes Minecraft. The new movie called A Minecraft Movie is now available to watch. Many fans waited a long time for this movie. They were very excited to finally see it in cinemas. The movie tells an adventure story. It is about four normal people. They live in our world, the real world, just like us. But something very unusual happens to them. These four people are suddenly pulled into the world of the Minecraft game. This special game world has a name, the Overworld. The Overworld looks very much like the game. It is made of blocks, and there are many strange creatures and places. Inside this blocky world, the four people meet a very famous character from the game. His name is Steve. Steve has lived in the Overworld for a long time and knows a lot about it. The four people from the real world need Steve's help. He is their only chance to stay safe and find a way back to their own home. The movie itself is not extremely long. Its total time is about 1 hour and 40 minutes. However, the story includes many different events in this short time. There is plenty of action, danger, and adventure for the characters. Things happen very fast in the movie, especially near the conclusion. Before you realize it, the final scene is playing on the screen. Because so much happens so quickly towards the ending might feel a bit sudden or rushed. Some people who watch the movie might find the last moments confusing. It can be difficult to understand exactly what happened to all the characters and how their journey finished. Maybe you watched the film and had some questions about this final part, but you do not need to worry about being confused. This text is here to help explain everything clearly. We will look closely at the story of a Minecraft movie from beginning to end. We will explain the ending very carefully, step by step. This text will recap the important events that happen right at the end of the film. It will also answer common questions that viewers might have about the ending. We want to make sure you understand what happened to the four people and their new friend Steve after their big adventure. Important warning. Please know that this text contains major spoilers for a Minecraft movie. This means we will discuss all the important parts of the story in detail, including exactly how it ends. If you have not watched the movie yet, and you do not want to know what happens before you see it, you should stop reading now. It is always best to watch the movie first if you want the story to be a complete surprise. 2. Four people find a strange ball. Let's meet the four people from the real world. First, there are Natalie and her younger brother, Henry. Their parents died, so they are orphans. Natalie takes care of Henry. They live a normal life, but things will change soon for them. Another person is Dawn. Dawn works selling houses. She helps people find new homes. She is busy with her job. She does not know her life is about to become very different and much more dangerous. The last person is Garrett. Garrett loves video games. He is a gamer. He also collects things that other people throw away, sometimes called trash. He has a unique job and personality. These four people do not know each other yet. Many years ago, there was a man named Steve. Steve loved to build things and dig in the ground. He wanted to mine and craft. One day, he found a special magic ball. This ball was called the Orb of Dominance. It was very powerful. Steve used the orb's magic. The orb opened a door, a portal, to another world. This world was called the Overworld. It looked like the world from the Minecraft game. Steve entered the Overworld. He was happy there because he could build and create anything he wanted. But there was danger in this new world. An evil leader of the piglins lived there. Her name was Malgosia. Piglins are creatures that live in the dark parts of the Minecraft world. Malgosia saw Steve and his powerful orb. She wanted the orb for herself. She fought Steve, took the orb from him, and put him in a prison in the dark underworld. Steve was trapped. Steve had a brave dog named Denny's. When Malgosia captured Steve, Denny's acted quickly. The dog took the Orb of Dominance and ran away. Denny's escaped from the overworld and went back to the real world. He hid the orb safely in Steve's old house. Steve stayed trapped for many years. Years passed in the real world. One day, Natalie, Henry, Dawn, and Garrett were in the same place. They found the hidden Orb of Dominance. They did not know what it was, only that it looked strange and felt powerful. Suddenly, the orb started to glow brightly. It pulled the four people towards it with a strong force. Before they knew what was happening, the orb transported them away from the real world. They arrived in the blocky world of the Minecraft overworld. When they landed in this strange new place, Garrett was holding the orb, but he dropped part of the object that held the orb, the holder. This piece broke off and was lost. Because the holder was broken, the portal they came through closed quickly. There was no way back home. The four people were now trapped in the overworld. 3. Steve needs help. Natalie, Henry, Dawn, and Garrett were in a very strange place. It looked like a world made of blocks. They were far from home. The magic ball, the Orb of Dominance, brought them here. But Garrett dropped the special holder for the orb. When he lost it, the way back to their world closed. They could not go home. They were trapped in this new world called the Overworld. They felt lost and a little scared. What could they do now? Suddenly, they met someone. It was a man named Steve. He looked like he belonged in this blocky world. Steve knew this place very well. He explained that he was trapped by bad people called piglins for a long time, but now he was free. Steve saw the orb they carried. He knew it was very important. He told them about the orb's holder that Garrett lost. Steve said the orb needed that holder, or something like it, to open the door back to their world. Without a holder, the orb could not make the portal work. They needed to find a new holder. This was the only way Natalie, Henry, Dawn, and Garrett could return home. Steve knew this was a big problem, but there was more bad news. The evil piglin leader, Malgosia, wanted the orb. She took it from Steve before. Now, Malgosia and her piglins were looking for the orb again, and that meant they were looking for the group. The piglins were dangerous enemies. They lived in the overworld too, but they were not friendly. They would try to take the orb and hurt anyone who had it. The group from the real world did not know how to fight piglins or how to survive in the overworld. They did not know where to go or what to do. They needed help. Steve was their only hope. He lived in the overworld for years. He knew how to find food, build things, and stay safe. He understood the dangers like the piglins. The group had to trust Steve. They needed his knowledge to guide them. Their mission was clear now. They must find a new holder for the Orb of Dominance. They also needed to stay safe from Malgotia and the Piglins. If they could do this, they could open the portal and finally go back to their own world. 4. A dangerous place. The overworld was not a safe place to travel. Natalie, Henry, Dawn, Garrett, and Steve had to be careful. Their journey to find a new holder for the orb was full of danger. They needed the holder to open the portal and go back to their world. Soon, the group came to a big, dark house in a forest. This place was called the Woodland Mansion. Steve knew it was dangerous. Inside, there were bad villagers called Vindicators. They carried axes and were ready to fight. Steve, Henry, and Garrett went inside to look for something useful, while Natalie and Dawn waited outside. It was very scary inside the mansion. The Vindicators attacked them. It was a hard fight, but Steve, Henry, and Garrett managed to run out. They barely escaped with their lives. When they got outside, more trouble was waiting. They were on a long bridge over a deep valley. Suddenly, piglins appeared. These piglins were riding on big, white flying creatures called ghasts. The ghasts shot fireballs. The piglins attacked Steve, Henry, and Garrett quickly. It was a surprise attack. During the fight, the piglins were strong. They managed to take the Orb of Dominance from the group again. This was very bad. Without the orb, they could not go home. The piglins did not stop there. They had TNT blocks, which are like bombs in this world. They started placing the TNT on the bridge. They wanted to blow up the bridge and stop the group. Steve and Henry needed to escape. Garrett saw the danger. He knew they did not have much time. He made a brave choice. He told Steve and Henry to take one of the ghasts and fly away. Garrett decided to stay on the bridge. He would fight the piglins alone. This gave Steve and Henry a chance to escape. Steve and Henry jumped onto a ghast. It flew quickly away from the bridge. Garrett fought the piglins bravely. Then there was a huge explosion. The TNT blocks blew up, destroying the bridge. Garrett was still on the bridge when it exploded. Steve and Henry watched in sadness as they flew away. Their escape was not easy. The ghast was hard to control. They flew for some time, but then the ghast crashed into the ground. The crash was hard. Steve and Henry were both hurt and fell unconscious. They were alone and injured in a dangerous world, and they had lost the orb again. 5. Getting ready for a fight. Steve opened his eyes slowly. Henry woke up too. They were not on the ground where they crashed. They were inside a small house made of mushrooms. Dawn and Natalie were there. Steve's dog Denny's wagged his tail. Dawn smiled. "We found you," she said. "Denny's helped us follow your path." Natalie looked worried. "What happened? Where is Garrett?" Steve and Henry told them everything. They talked about the dangerous Woodland Mansion. They explained the fight on the bridge. Piglins attacked them and took the Orb of Dominance again. Garrett stayed behind to help them escape. The bridge exploded. Steve and Henry flew away on a ghast, but they crashed. Now the group was together again, except for Garrett. They were sad about Garrett, but they knew they had to be strong. They needed a plan. The piglins had the orb. Without the orb, they could not open the portal to go home. "We must fight the piglins," Steve said. "We need to get the orb back." Everyone agreed. It was time to prepare for a big battle. They went to Steve's special hut. It had many useful things inside. Natalie found some diamonds. She used a crafting table to make a strong, shiny diamond sword. She felt ready to fight. Henry wanted to help too. He found many blocks of iron. He also found some pumpkins. He remembered how to build iron golems. These big creatures could help them fight. Henry carefully placed the iron blocks and put a pumpkin on top. He made several iron golems. They looked very strong. Henry had an idea. He found special boots called boots of swiftness. He put these boots on one of the iron golems. This golem could now move very fast. It would be their fast helper in the fight. Dawn knew animals could help too. She took Denny's the dog and went into the woods nearby. She carried some bones. They got these bones earlier when they fought skeletons. In the woods, Dawn found wild wolves. She carefully gave bones to the wolves. When a wolf eats a bone from a person, it becomes tame. It becomes friendly. Dawn was very good at this. Soon she had many tamed wolves. They were now her wolf pack, ready to follow her and fight the piglins. Everyone worked hard. Natalie had her sword. Henry had his iron golems, including the fast one. Dawn had her army of wolves. Steve knew the overworld and how to fight. They were ready. The fight against the piglins was coming soon. 6. The big battle starts. The time for the big fight was finally here. Everyone felt nervous but ready. The piglins marched closer to where Natalie, Henry, Steve, and Dawn waited. Behind the piglin army, a very large beacon stood tall. It shone a strange, bright light high into the sky. This beacon was important. It used magic power from the Orb of Dominance. The beacon's light created a safe area for the piglins. Because of this light, they could stand in the overworld sun. Normally, sunlight hurt them or turned them into pig zombies. The beacon protected them. The evil piglin leader, Malgosia, looked at the iron golems Henry built. She was not scared. She laughed loudly. Malgosia spoke to her piglin soldiers. She pointed at the golems. Iron golems only attack if someone hurts them first, she said. Malgosia believed her army was safe for a moment. She felt confident, but her confidence did not last long. One small piglin soldier was too eager. It did not wait for an order. It quickly took out its small bow and shot an arrow. The arrow flew through the air and hit the fast leader golem. This action was the start signal. The big battle began right then. Immediately, the iron golems woke up. They started to move towards the piglin army with heavy steps. The golems spun their long, strong arms around very fast. Their arms hit the piglins with great force. Many piglins were thrown high into the air before falling down hard. They could not survive. The special golem with the fast boots moved much quicker than the others. It ran between the piglins, hitting them fast before moving to the next enemy. The fight spread out. Natalie held her strong diamond sword tightly. She bravely fought the piglins near her, swinging her sword. Nearby, Steve was also ready in his shiny diamond armor. He was protected. He did not stay in one place. Steve started moving forward, going up a small hill. His target was Malgosia, who stood at the top watching the battle. Suddenly, more help arrived. Dawn ran out from the nearby woods. Her loyal dog Denny's ran beside her. When Malgosia saw Dawn with just one dog, she laughed again. She thought Dawn was weak. But then more shapes came out from the trees behind Dawn. Many wolves appeared. It was Dawn's secret weapon, her new wolf army. She had tamed all these wolves with bones. The wolves looked fierce. They growled and ran fast towards the piglins. They started to attack the soldiers. The battle became even bigger and more chaotic. 7 going home again. Henry wants to get the Orb of Dominance. The orb is high up, powering the big beacon. Henry remembers the Enderman pearl he took from the mansion. He throws the pearl high into the air near the orb. Zip, he teleports up there. But a very large piglin creature called the Great Hog sees him. The Great Hog shoots something at Henry. Henry falls down from the sky. It looks like he will die. But wait! Suddenly, Garrett appears. He is riding a flying ghast. Garrett flies the ghast quickly and catches Henry just before he hits the ground. Everyone is surprised and happy to see Garrett. They thought he was lost when the bridge exploded. Garrett tells the ghast to shoot fireballs. The fireballs hit the Great Hog. Then a strong iron golem runs over and finishes the fight with the big monster. The Great Hog is defeated. Now Garrett and Henry work together on the ghast. They fly straight to the tall beacon. They use the ghast's fireballs to attack the beacon. Boom! The beacon explodes and breaks into pieces. Garrett and Henry fly down and get the orb back. When the beacon stops working, the magic making it night disappears. The dark sky becomes bright blue. The sun comes out. It is a normal, sunny day in the overworld again. Sunlight is dangerous for many dark creatures. All the zombies and skeletons outside catch fire. They burn up and die. The piglins cannot survive in the sunlight either. They start to change into zombie piglins, and then they die too. Malgosia, the evil piglin leader, is weak and dying. She sees Steve standing near her. She is angry. She tries to stab Steve with her weapon again and again. Steve just looks at her and tells her that she has lost the battle. Then Malgosia finally dies. With the piglins defeated, the overworld becomes peaceful. The danger is gone. The world looks beautiful and natural again, with green grass and friendly animals. The group, Natalie, Henry, Dawn, and Garrett, feel great relief. They have the orb. They use its power to open the portal. The swirling portal is their way back home to the real world. They are excited to leave the overworld. They ask Steve, "Are you coming with us to our world?" At first, Steve is not sure. He says, "No, I still have things to build here." But Natalie speaks to him. She asks him to imagine the amazing things he could build and do with his magic in their world. Steve thinks about her words. He smiles. He changes his mind. Yes, he will go with them. All 5 friends step through the bright portal together. They are finally going home. 8. New lives begin. The group walked through the bright portal. They were finally back in the real world. It felt strange. In the overworld, many days passed during their adventure. But here, in their home world, it was different. Only about 1 real day had gone by. The time moved much faster in the Minecraft world. Their difficult journey changed everyone. Their lives were not the same as before. Natalie learned how to be brave and fight in the overworld. Before, she worried a lot, especially about her brother Henry. Now she felt strong and sure of herself. She decided to help others feel strong too. Natalie started her own self-defense class. She taught people how to protect themselves, using some skills she learned fighting piglins. Henry was also different. He used to be a quiet boy who found school difficult. Building things and facing danger in the overworld gave him confidence. He finished his invention, the jetpack. Now it worked perfectly. He flew around, feeling free. At school, the other students saw his jetpack and thought he was amazing. Henry became one of the popular kids. Garrett the garbage man had money problems before. He loved games but struggled. Now things were much better. His adventure gave him ideas. He and Henry worked together and created their own computer game. It was like Minecraft, and kids loved it. Garrett's gaming business became very successful. His store was always full of happy children playing the new game. He smiled more often now. Dawn always loved animals. In the overworld, she tamed many wolves, including Denny's. Denny's came back with her to the real world. Dawn stopped doing many different small jobs. She started a new business that was perfect for her. She hosted children's birthday parties, and Denny's was the special guest. The children loved meeting the friendly wolf from another world. Steve also came through the portal. At first, he wanted to stay in the overworld, but Natalie helped him change his mind. He was happy to be in the real world with his new friends. He brought some of his overworld magic with him. Steve loved music. He and Garrett started playing songs together. In the final scene, they performed a song called "I Feel Alive" in Garrett's busy gaming store. Steve sang and Garrett played music. Henry, Natalie, and Dawn danced in the crowd, happy to see their friends perform. Steve found a new home. The orb of dominance, the magic ball that started everything, was safe. The group kept it hidden and protected. The overworld was peaceful again. After the big battle, the world returned to normal. The sun shone, bees buzzed, and animals grazed quietly. It was beautiful and calm, perhaps ready for new players to explore one day.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow and reach more English learners like you. By subscribing, you'll never miss a new episode, and by liking the video, you're letting us know you want more helpful content. Thank you for your support. It means so much to us.